So the thing is, I thought you said you don't know what the thing is. Well, you again, huh? Oh, you know it, buddy. Spoiler alert. He's got a song coming up where he says explicitly, what was that word? Explicitly. Explicitly? I said explicitly. Are you making a face ring? What's that face ring? That's your face where you can, that's what I look like talking. And you let me just stay here so they can't see your lips moving? Well, come on. Give me a break. I actually haven't worked on it. I haven't tried doing this since around, when puberty set it. Oh, puberty. Puberty. Is that what you got to? All the time? Well, no. I was just, hormones destroyed my mind like they did everybody else. Yes, thank you. I've been wanting somebody to do that for me for a while. Here, would you like me to, Carol, don't get too, okay. Ow, hey, stop it, hey. Time out, buddy. We may or may not see more of whatever feline creature this is here in the future. We may or may not. You gonna play your harmonica for us later? Okay. It's hard enough enunciating it, even with my mouth open these days after what this friggin' dentist did to me the last few times. Anyway, where were we? The 1974 master song list. I'm gonna have to find a damn file where I scan that and put that up to where it's legible at some point. If you remember from our previous episode, this was written on the back of, I can't see, on the back of this flyer from earlier in the year, 1974. And see the first episode for all further explanations. See, here's the 4X blow up of the top of the first column. We're working from here, and we have just gotten to Charlie Patton, who had been, became kind of an end-all and be-all to me in a way. Once I heard him in 1960. Whatever it was when I was 17, finally started getting those records. But this is probably an amalgamation of these couple of the songs that he did to more or less in the same tune. Once again, he would have been playing slide, and I'm just approximating the open G with a big A chord. That's what I did for a long time. It's probably a 70s thing for me too. buy me a Betty, put me in my back door. Gonna buy me a Betty, put him in my back door. Lord, see stranger coming here, fly his wings and cruise. What you want with a rooster? He won't crow for a day, baby. What you want with a what I want with a head moan, cackle when she lays. Said what I want with a head moan, cackle when. What I want with a woman won't do nothing I say. Well, my hook in the water and my cork's on top. Well, my hook in the water and my cork's on top. Well, how can I lose, Lord, with the help I got? I believe sweet mama sure was kind to me, baby. I believe sweet mama sure was kind to me. Well, she prowled around like a police on a spree. I believe sweet mama gonna do like she said, baby. I believe sweet mama gonna do like she said. Gonna cook me breakfast, Lord, put me in a bed. I said I know my dog and him. Well, I hear him bark, baby. Well, I can tell my rider when I feel the wind in the dark. Benny Blues, Sweet Mama. Yeah, that's my left hand. I was backwards last night. I flipped it on the YouTube version. Oh man, now we're getting into dangerous territory. This is the song the lion or leopard or whatever he is. We haven't named the feline contest. Yeah, just write in your names for my little feline buddy, if you would. As if anybody is actually watching. I mean, there were no comments last night. But what do you expect when you make an unannounced live stream at 3:45 in the morning? I'll tell you what I expect. I expect participation. I expect you to be out of bed. I expect you to rise and shine and clock in and log in and like and subscribe, whether you actually like it or subscribe to, you know. That's what we all want. What we all really want, isn't it? What do we want? We want to be loved, but we want to be left alone. We don't want to be alone, but we don't have to put up with you. Anyway, this is written on here, Connecticut Hermits, which I'm sure was not actually the title when I wrote it when I was 15 or 16 or whatever. Yeah, that's right. We started out without warm-up. Without preparation, without looking up the lyrics, or remembering what the chords are from all those years ago. I probably haven't done this song since I was 15 or 16. It's one of those ones that I was just about to bust through as some sort of Americana pop teenage songwriting genius when I got all caught up in the Charlie Patton thing. The pop music kind of started getting left behind. And then the trip to Hollywood was the nail in the coffin for my ambitions towards, you know, I didn't really want to get famous and be able to afford all the drugs I wanted and be dead by 18. Part of me did. Part of me still does. I could go back. Would I go back? I don't know. Anyway, this is one of those teenage romantic fantasies about relationships I never had, but I could picture all so well in my mind. One do-over. Don't ask me just how this time. Don't ask me just why. Just put a toothbrush in a pack on your back. Come with me just a head of snow. Slip out lightly on the touch of my hand, so no one will know where you go. I don't know what's the thing, who's supposed to call who. I just don't want to be here when the world breaks through. Just be together in the morning on the sand, cruise our skin that skims round us in the gray sky, and we'll begin letting each other in. I know you've been told by wise love that we just shouldn't be, but I never find love where I'm looking, so I really don't see. Just feed our day, each other for hunger, nurse it with wine when it grieves. Cobblestone streets to search the dust gathering curves for fallen leaves. Dust gathering curves. Corner consonants. Well, here's a Woody Guthrie song. It was a lesser known Woody Guthrie song, but I got a book. I had to buy another copy a few years back because I don't know what happened to my original. But at one point in the mid-'60s, somebody published a complete Woody Guthrie paperback book. And it had songs in there that they later claimed had no tune and wrote new tunes to them. Maybe those Mermaid albums. They did have tunes. They were in this book. Who knows where they came from. Anyway, this was one I got out of that book, I believe. And I was doing it in recent years because they had these Woody Guthrie birthday tributes for a few years. And, that became passe, but I had kind of learned the song in the meantime, if I can just remember. I never see a friend I know as I go rambling around, boys. I go rambling around. Peaches in your orchards, been low down to the ground. I pick them all for $1, boys, as I go rambling around, boys. I go rambling around, rambling around you cities, rambling around your town. I never meet a friend I know as I rambling around, boys. I go rambling around. I have a harmonica on. Sometimes the peach gets rotten, falls down to the ground. There's a hungry mouth for every peach as I go rambling around, boys. I go rambling around. My mother prayed that I would be a man of some renown, but I am just a refugee as I go rambling around, boys. I go rambling around, rambling around you city, rambling around your town. I never a friend I know as I go rambling around, boys. I go rambling around. I'll either be singing better by the end of the week or I won't be singing at all. But I got to get as much in as I can. I was going to slough off tonight. I've always got some excuse, you know. I went for a walk. I was tired. I've been off for a while. But it's not too many days to go until I, like a fool, put myself into the hands of the healthcare industry to slice my belly open once again and try to put things back together. I could live with this, but I don't know how much worse it's getting day to day. Just can't tell. Nobody tells me anything. So anyway, they have a habit of just inadvertently killing people in these routine procedures. So do what we can until then. Oh, this is long been a favorite of the Carter family songs, because I went up to stay in a cabin in the Upper Peninsula that belonged to the wealthy real estate family of my on and off older woman girlfriend from when I was a teenager. I was pushing 20 by this time, but maybe more. But I had just gotten my good producer job with Coax Cable Company, who was stringing cable around Columbus and was going to produce all this original programming, since there was unlimited, bandwidth on cable, they never did get around to doing the video work. But I saw an ad in the paper, looking for another turnip pulling job or something, and there was they were advertising for producers at $1.50 an hour, so I snapped that job up with my various media creds that I had by then, and I was going to produce a live local TV, radio, multimedia music program, but that never happened. I called up all these musicians and said, hey, I'm going to try to do a test show soon. Are you down for doing some local live music programming? But all I ever did was sit in a little room with a microphone and produce stuff for their audio feeds. And they were assigning me stuff at first, but I subverted that as best I could. First I was doing like an astrology show, so I would buy the astrology magazine and rewrite the stuff that was in there a little bit, push my point of view somewhat. And then they started doing, books for the blind, reading books. So I said, well, I'm going to read this new book, Bob Dylan's Tarantula. And I did. And then right before I quit, I said, well, I'm going to do a history of the blues. And I just locked myself there for several days, and I did. Foolishly, I never got copies of the tapes. I do have the script of my, as informed as I could be at that point, history of the blues. But as I was saying, I had just gotten this job one night. I said, well, I got to take some time off. Because my friends had gone to this cabin in Michigan. And there was no electricity. It was very nice. There was no electricity, but there were some psychedelic drugs. And there was a wind-up phonograph. And a few 78s, two of them were really good, so they got a lot of play. One was Riley Puckett's, and Clayton McMitch's Little Brown Jug, with some fine whistling on it. And the other was this one sort of, somewhat later in their RCA period, Carter Family record. And I just listened to it over and over. With and without the psychedelic drugs. So, got down in there somewhere. Let's see if we can still pull it back out and give it one chilly winds, how they do blow. My own true love, she got drowned in the deep, and the ship never got to the shore. First on the deck was the porter of the ship, and a rough-looking fellow was he. Said, I care no more for my wife and my child than I do for the fishes in the sea. And we waves on the sea, how they roll. Chilly winds, how they do blow. My own true love, she got drowned in the deep, and the ship never got to the shore. Left my dear darling grieving. I left my dear darling grieving after me, 'cause I never expect to see her anymore. Waves on the sea, how chill winds, how they do. Oh, true love, she got drowned in the deep, and the ship never got to the shore. And the waves on the sea, how they roll. Chilly winds, how they do. My own true love, she got drowned never got to the shore. True story. So, like I said, there's this problem where there being two of the same kind of thing in a row on here, because I was just thinking, well, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that, maybe I'll do them in a different sense, different nights. Of course, this is one of the early, firmly embedded in the culture first hits of the Carter family. And it's a tune that every guitarist knows, or they think they know. And certainly any guitarist who goes through my guitar course knows, or they think they know. And, lessons are still available. Weekly subscription, live or online. And if you go through my roots music course, you will learn not only various, basics of historical styles of old time and blues guitar playing, you will learn what the music theory is behind it, and start to train your ear to recognize various notes in relationship to each other. Can you imagine? Yes, it's I got a whole program: guitar, harmonica, mandolin, whatever you want, really. But those are my main things. And you will learn this. You will learn this tune if you stick with it through the alternating bass and bass runs and basic exercises, and before you get to the Mississippi John Hurt part. You need to frail this, play it with a flat pick. You can do whatever the hell you want, but it's all about hitting the bass downstroke, hitting the other notes in the other places. I was one and will mingle my waving black hair with the roses so sweet and lilies so fair, myrtle so green of an emerald hue, fair amanita and eyes that look like blue. I will dance, I will sing, and my life shall be gay. I will charm every heart in this crowd I survey, and no one will see through the dance that I do how my poor heart's all aching and broken in two. He taught me to love him, promised to love, and to cherish me over all others above. Now my poor heart is aching, no misery can tell. He left me no warning, no word of farewell. Yes, he taught me to love him, he called me his flower that was blooming to cheer him in life's weary hour. How I long to see him and regret the dark hour that he's gone and neglected his pale wildwood flower. And then, there's one that requires getting the mandolin out, so we'll do that tomorrow. We'll end with some what I like to call folk music of my people. When I started out, deep in the folk revival of the 60s, early to mid 60s, it seemed to me as if the whole, rock and roll thing that I had been so deeply into up until it all fell apart in 1959 wasn't just 2 or 3 years earlier, it was a whole fucking lifetime. And by this time, the time I started really playing out, it had been 5 years earlier. I was a whole different person. Nobody remembered. I mean, they remembered, but they wouldn't admit to it, really. Not for a little while. Anyway, folk music of my people, largely Buddy Holly. It was such a thrill when one his old records would come on the radio all of a sudden. It's like, oh man. So I don't know. I haven't been in this band where I did this stuff since 1981 or something, but it went something like. All my love, all my kissing, well, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy. When you're with me, oh boy, I want the world to see that you were meant for me. All my life I've been waiting, well tonight there'll be no hesitating no more. When you're with me, oh boy, I want the world to see that you were meant for me. Stars appear, shadows are falling. You can hear my heart calling. A little bit of love makes everything right, and I'm gonna see my baby tonight. And all my love, all my kissing, well, you don't know what you've been missing, no boy. When you're with me, oh boy, I want the world to see that you were meant for me. Stars appear, shadows are falling. You can hear my heart calling. A little bit of love makes everything right, and I'm gonna see my baby tonight. All my love, all my kissing, well, you don't know what you've been missing, no boy. When you're with me, oh boy, I want the world to see that you were meant for me. Oh boy, don't, oh more. Huh.